That seemed lost. We'll see if he can find something and develop something as the match goes on.
Rich Abboud would like to come out striking and instead comes out leaving the 4-9.
The only thing good about that is that he didn't do that the first ball in the 10th frame. Or he wouldn't be here bowling the second match.
What's the difference between a strike and a 4-9?
Not much, maybe a half inch or something. Just the ball just knifed through there, and normally you leave a 4 pin there, but it's finishing so hard from the outside it leaves the 4 and the 9.
Open frame for Rich Abboud in the opening frame.
And you got to hit it on the other side in order to make it. You can't make it hit it on the right.
Norm Duke comes out with a strike, and if you'd have watched the practice shots, you'd have sworn that couldn't happen.
Well, he was playing further outside. Now watch it. Heels hanging over this. He'll move his left foot back and then move his right foot on a 6-step approach. Well, they didn't see the left foot move. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that backswing there. Nice slide. See how square he is right at the line? Nice and low. Sliding about 25. Let's see here. From 5th, set it down on board 15 out to 7. Boy, didn't seem like it got that far out to me. Speed 16 miles an hour, a little over 16. Playing outside on this lane. So now in practice, he was doing the exact opposite. He was playing the left lane inside, the right lane outside. He said, by the time the show starts, I'll be doing the opposite. He is.
Obviously has a pretty good feel for the lane condition.
Well, this pair, maybe. We'll see.
This is like old-style bowling, playing one lane one way and the other completely different. Rich Abboud comes back with a strike.
Now, did you notice he tightened up that line? He moved in a little bit, looking about the 6th or 7th board, and went more speed and more direct. As we can see, 5 strikes to 3 on lane 59. Even with the 4-9, he still likes this lane better. I look for him to double right now to get this match closer. Don Mitchell, the proprietor here, very innovative proprietor.
Done a wonderful job, and of course, he has initiated something a little bit different here at Woodland Bowl this year in terms of smoking.
Yes, he's instituted basically a smoke-free atmosphere. Not that smokers aren't welcome here. They are, but there's just designated areas in the lounges and special areas for the smokers to smoke in.
Once again, plenty of swing. A beautiful result for Norm Duke, who is fine-tuning lanes 59 and 60.
That's definitely fine-tuning. Playing inside. Let's see where this ball crosses at the arrows. Right about, just right at the 3rd arrow, out. A lot of swing, a lot of hook.
Look at the break point, too. That break point's down there about 50 feet, isn't it?
45 at least. And you see the reaction there. He was confident in that shot from the time he let it go. More speed on this lane. Much more speed on that lane.
Playing it outside and going much more direct, not hooking the ball much at all, almost like letting the lane hook the ball.
See, now he's showcasing his talent right here. I mean, this is what the players out here have seen him do now for the last 2 or 3 years. Right there, 15 pace, 5.5 to 3.5. So much straighter, 18 miles an hour. The other one was 16.4. Same mistake that he's made.
Well, when you talk about Norm Duke, it's almost like a pitcher who has a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and yet can throw the changeup and get it over the plate.
And doing it at alternate times. I mean,
that's talent.
To throw it one speed on one lane and then throw it 2 miles harder on the other lane is real talent, and a different angle. That is definitely talent.
Baby split. And Rich Abboud fits it in very nicely and takes out the 3 and the 10. Don't forget, coming your way on Friday night, it's National Hockey League action, the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Rangers. And all the action starts at 7:30 Eastern Time. Mark Messier, one of the outstanding players in the National Hockey League. Canadiens, they might contend for the Stanley Cup before it's all over.
A lot of good teams in the NHL. Boy, he's just so confident on that lane. The other lane, he makes a good shot about every 3rd time.
Norm Duke, meanwhile, just maintaining pace with the first 4.
Look at those eyes.
Set it a little short. This one knifes through the head pin, 3-6-10 on lane 60.
Something bothered him. I don't know what it was. At 3-6-10. Speed was down just a little bit that time.
Yeah, and he also didn't get the ball as far right on that shot as he has on the other 2.
That was not a machine.
Well, obviously something is bothering him because he pulled up just before he got to the line.
He's hearing something. I don't know what he's hearing. Something is distracting his concentration. That's amazing to be able to stop there at the end of that.
Time to regroup now and shoot the 3-6-10.
Well, that's confidence to turn away from it. There's Dale Herrick, the president, co-sponsor of the Central Bowling Indiana Bowling Proprietors.
Plenty of dignitaries on hand here this evening for the championship round. Is it me, or is Norm Duke the type of player that's going to hear every little thing?
I think that's an accurate assessment.
Some players handle a championship round differently than others. Perhaps it's one of the things that's held him back in championship round play. Good shot there, kicks out the 4-pin. And Norm Duke right now in the lead and in control of match number 2. When we come back, the conclusion. A solid strike for Rich Abboud, but that came after the big 4 stood up in the 6th frame.
And he just loses his speed every now and then on that right lane. The left lane, he's relaxed and keeps the speed up over 17 miles per hour, and there's the result. He's got to concentrate on keeping that speed up on the right lane.
Norm Duke with more speed and more angle this trip, and guess what? He's right back with the 3-6-10.
That snap hook right at the back end. He's been fortunate 2 times. That 7 is the 3-6-10.
Guarantee he's puzzled because he threw that ball further right and with more velocity and ended up with the same reaction as the last time when he didn't make the good shot. Back up ball to 3-6-10, covers that up. And let's take a look at how these players started the tournament and what positions and how they got to the championship round. Boy, look at Weber and Norm Duke. They were way down the list.
Yeah, 56 and 54. Duke has made a steady climb all the way up. He wants to continue that tonight.
Pete Weber moving from 6th to 1st in the final round. Harry Sullins is next in line. He's the number 2 seed. Pete Weber, our top seed. Pete Weber looking for his 19th career PBA championship.
High. Ooh, the 4 and the 9 were there. The 9 falls over. He put a piece of tape and tore it out. Now he's tearing it again, quickly putting it in the ball. Or this is another ball. No, this is not that ball. This ball. Give it a thumb hole. The feel is so important, Dan, of anything. That was just a little bitty strip of tape that he put in there, but it makes a difference. He gets a little practice in the spare. He throws it dead straight into the spare.
Solid game thus far for Norm Duke, who leads by 43. So he's probably already starting to think about the semifinal game.
Well, it's not over yet. Rich better strike here.
Rich could still shoot 223, but it's going to take some doing at this stage.
More speed. And still snap.
Well, obviously, the right-hand lane is breaking down.
So obviously, Rich Abboud just didn't adjust to it properly as he
Look at Rich.
with that smile on his face.
He knows.
So I thought I threw it good that time.
Sure. That's got to be the most difficult thing to deal with when you feel like you've made an adjustment, you've really thrown a good shot, and the ball still goes through the nose. I mean, it's just not meant to be, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, basically all you can expect of yourself is to get the ball off your hand clean, to make the good shot, And when you think you've made the right adjustment, it doesn't turn out right, but then you have to live with the results.
Norm Duke still adding tape to get the right thumb hole size for his shot in the ninth frame, but he has the luxury of going up there with a huge lead. Rich says, see, it's easy. All I had to do was move a couple here and do this. Yeah,
he says this should have been the Touring Pro doubles or something here. We already had a ball on one lane.
Norm Duke eyeing the electronic scoreboard, and he realizes that he can coast into the next game.
I changed angles again and moved deeper inside. Leaves the 1, 2, 8, 10. Well, we get 7 and 7 on this right lane. Now he's gotten 6, and they're apart.
Nice luxury, though, to be so far ahead that you can go ahead and experiment before the next game.
Yeah, but what's he going to do the next time he gets on that lane in the next game against Sullivan?
Probably strike.
He's trying for a strike now. He played for a strike on that spare shot. Never even fool would make him spare.
Well, I mean, you have to at this point. He's obviously not comfortable with what's happening on that right-hand lane.
Well, that's a tremendous strategy to just basically throw away that frame to try and figure out the lane for the next game.
Best Rich could shoot would be 191. That's what Norm Duke has right now. If he knocks down a single stick, he's a winner. See if he goes shopping on lane 59.
Think we can handle that?
The two of us? Yes. Yes. I saw you make the 10-pin in the tip.
The messenger is
Norm Duke will advance into the semifinal game. Talk about intensity. I don't think he's going to relax until he wins.
He wants to be bowler of the year. That's his goal.
Had a real good chance last year.
He made $124,000 last year with 9 telecasts. That's a lot of telecasts.
It's his 5th championship round appearance this year. A little Brooklyn help, not to be.
Right now he's inconsistent with his speeds, though. He's throwing it harder one time and slower another time. He's not consistent with that speed.
All right, solid game for Norm Duke. Here comes up a winner, and of course, coming up on Sunday, live from Princess Lanes in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour 3 Rivers Open will come your way. Ladies back to work after a week off, and of course, we'll bring you all the action live Sunday afternoon. Nice to see Rich Abboud with a smile. Well, he won his first game, but just couldn't get by Norm Duke.
Then he could wind up this game with 8 strikes and shoot 191 and lose the game. Norm Duke only had 5 strikes. 6, he had 6 strikes.
Well, that's what 4 opens will do for you, too, though.
Yeah. Play tic-tac-toe.
Is that feast or famine or what?
Well, he's going to have a double and maybe a 4-bagger in this game to shoot 191.
Home run, strikeout. Home run, strike.
That doesn't pay off too bad in baseball.
You're right.
In bowling, it's not the best.
Good friend of the PBA, first commissioner, who will be, I think, basically retired.
Whoops.
As of the end of December, although hopefully he'll be still involved with professional bowling. We'll have to wait and see.
Hopefully I can subscribe.
When we come